Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of Express Lane, the show that brings you speedruns in 60 minutes or less. I'm Oscar424 with occasional guest appearances from my corgi co-hosts, Galahad and Freya. And, you know, if you're curious about this week's schedule as a whole, or you want to just see like the whole season of Hotfix, after this run first, go to gdq.gg/hotfix to get that whole sweet, awesome schedule. But focusing on the schedule for this episode and the wonderful shirt that I have on right now, we have an awesome 4-pack of really cool Metroidvania runs that aren't Metroid or Vania related, but even more awesome. So we are ending the night tonight with a really cool randomizer of Timespinner. Then before that we have Rusted Moss, we have SteamWorld Dig 2, and you know, this first game I'm just gonna let the commentator has posted a perfect description of this game that I would like to pass on to you. The first video ever made by an alien. This game is a strange 3D Metroidvania exploration puzzle platformer that is nothing like anything ever played or shown before. It is Fragrance Point. We are doing the good ending category by Lori D. Bunnykins. So, hello, and what are we looking at on this screen? I am so intrigued.
We're looking at the rotation.
I love it.
Yeah, this is the main menu.
This is the main menu. Yeah, so this is
the first thing you see.
This is Fragrance Point. It is puzzle Metroidvania is, I think, the best way to describe this, because describing this is hard.
It kind of transcends genre a little bit.
My name is Lori D. Bunnykins. I have this run on the backup list of Flame Fatales 2025. So it might get pulled, but honestly, that whole schedule is really good, so I hope it doesn't change. And with me, I have Shovel Claws, who introduced me to the game.
I love this game a lot. It's like one of my favorite speed games I've ever picked up, and it looks like this, which is, you wouldn't believe it. This game is genuinely very good.
I love this game.
One of I think it is a very strange game design masterpiece in some ways. It is very cool. It's a really sick speedrun too. Like, this is nonstop, like packed back to front with weird tech and interesting movement. It's really fun. It's a blast, and I'm super glad that Lori picked it up and got it on backup. I hope it does get pulled because I like this game.
That's fair. So speaking of watching the really cool run that this game is, if we are ready to start, time will start when I skip the tutorial here.
Absolutely. I love whoever said that they have this visual or flashback to Winamp visualizers. Yeah. So, yep. But yeah, whenever you are ready to go.
All right. And we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
So, immediate thing to note is what buttons I have. I have a jump that I have to charge by holding and then release to actually jump. I have a charge dash, and then I have a action button that can have one of 7 actions throughout the game. We'll be getting 6 of them. The first 2 I have are the ability to talk to people and the lipstick. And the lipstick is pretty important because if I'm shooting the lipstick, I can go a lot faster than normal for some reason. It's called lipstick boosting. Like many things in this game, I don't know why.
I've asked the developer why, and I don't think he has a great answer either. Turns out that aliens have game design bugs too.
Yeah. So there I show off a pretty funny concept where ceilings in this game are pretty non-solid throughout the board. So I use a ramp and a charge jump there to just kind of clip through the floor there and go a floor up. And now we're kind of in the main area of the game, and the first thing I'm going to do is get the hive. So the good ending of this game, this category requires us to get the good ending. There are 9 whims throughout the map that I'm going to need to collect before heading to the final area of the game, and I need to place them in the hive. So if I don't pick that up, I can't pick up the whims at all. So right now the game isn't giving us a lot of direction. But as soon as I go into this area and leave, there's going to be a giant ship right here, and we can tip it over, and all of these crab, starfish-looking things are going to get out, and that's going to lead us to our first major part of the run, which is the sewers, which is one of the more annoying parts of the run.
This is actually one of the hardest segments of the entire game.
Yeah.
It's rough.
Throughout the sewers,
basically,
you go ahead. Yeah, I'll just focus.
I was just gonna say this is basically just Alien Katamari. We're gonna push these guys around, and we have to get them all into one ball. And once we do that, we'll unlock our first upgrade that we're gonna get after completing this. Thankfully, lipstick boosting does tend to help with this. It helps us go quite a lot faster through this area. But we have just like the most annoying hallway in the game here. This the oil slows you down for some reason.
The crabs love wandering.
The sewers
once they merge
suck.
into a ball, they like don't move on their own anymore. So if I have to push a crab like ahead of time, I like to try and form it. Oh, that was really clean.
That was pretty clean.
Getting the power up. There we go. So yeah, this is the seed, and it is. We get to use it for a couple things, but it's not the most useful. It shoots out a little dye that can go into things like this pipe to get the first win we have in the run, and also this hamster wheel to power the elevator back out of the sewers. That was pretty good.
That was a really good sewer. I'll say it.
And
that might beat my gold, honestly.
After the sewers, we can do our first wrong warp of the run. I don't know why these work.
I have all the technical details. It's way too much to get into right before this area.
So yeah, the way a wrong warp works is when we're in a loading zone, we can press this like retry button that the game has that usually tries to. You can use it if you get soft locked somewhere, and it lets you restart a room from the state where you entered. If you do that well in a loading zone, you will go back to the main port, the main point of the map you're already on, without losing any data like you would usually do from a retry. I don't know why it does all of that, but it's pretty useful for navigating some areas faster, and there's even a chain of wrong warps we'll do a little later. But for now, we're going to go back to the right here. The screen I went on to spawn that spaceship has a dude that was blocking a really cool hole because he was watching a TV show. So we just shut down that TV show by destroying it. And now we're going to go get a pretty important upgrade. In this part, we usually have to chase these worms around, but there is a kind of consistent setup you can do, if I do it correctly, to get all of them really quickly. Just like that.
Yeah.
And then the dude's gonna
literally found that out 2 weeks ago, and I've been labbing this game nonstop. So, even the simplest of things run past you. But this is the Worm Blade. The Worm Blade allows us to destroy things. I think it's generally glass or some electronics.
Glass and kind of brittle objects like this crystal.
Yeah. And then after that, we're going to do something called the super bounce off of this little jump pad by jumping at the same time as we go off of it. Then if we land up here, that's an interesting way to...
Yeah, I was pretty scared during that.
What?
We get our next whim, and then we're never coming back to that area ever
using
again.
It the wrong warp.
And then we're gonna hit another wrong warp. So I think I can talk about this now. Wrong warps work because when you enter a loading zone, even during the little fade out transition, the game automatically saves. And because it automatically saves, the game state is changed. So when you hit the restart button, it'll, update, or it will use that new save data. The reason that it doesn't take you to a new area whenever you hit the reboot is because when loading into a new area, it compares to arrays, and those arrays stand for the areas you're about to load into. And then if you have in that area, in the current area you're in, a match with the next area you're in, when you reload, you'll go to that load zone. That's why a lot of the times you'll see Lori wrong warp to the very front of that central area, is because that is the first loading zone in a given area, and a lot of the time we're entering into the first load zone of a given area.
Yeah.
It's really weird. Also, this is like a Kirby supervillain right here. Don't worry about him too much.
It's fine. That does actually explain why another wrong warp later works the way it does.
Yeah. It's very interesting.
A wrong warp actually out of the area I'm about to go to. Here I'm going everywhere. I'm going to try and get a little animation to open the generator normally. by doing a boosted jump off of this little pipe on the side.
Nice.
To get into the loading zone that you are usually supposed to exit this area from. That also skips a cutscene that usually plays when you enter this area, so that's neat.
Nice.
Yeah, it saves quite a lot of time for being a relatively small jump.
Yeah. This is also one of my favorite puzzles casually. We have to push that security guard over here to open the voice-activated door. And we get to turn the generator off. There is a whim in the generator. I'm trying to jump to it. There we go.
This guy is one of the hardest to get to in this entire game for no reason.
And then we are going to get another power-up, the electricity ball, which lets me power things with electricity, like this elevator.
Nice.
This is all normal stuff. For some story context, I guess, while we're getting out of here, we are exploring this long abandoned spaceship that has suddenly gotten a ton of alien activity again, and we're kind of just ruining everything.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. Here's that chain of wrong warps that Lori was talking about earlier before we go into the office.
I guess because of what you said, because the pipe we use there to wrong warp isn't the first entrance. It warps us to the brain rather than the front of the room, but then we just warp back to the front of the room anyways. That also, because I could move during that cutscene when I did the first wrong warp, skipped a little bit of the cutscene of the generator exploding. So that's another cool little thing.
Yeah, we cause problems here.
Yeah.
Actually,
speaking of causing problems,
there's a wrong warp into this area that Claus does. That's I could not imagine it. It's wild.
It's kind of evil. It's a little bit evil.
Also, here's my least favorite guy.
Yeah, this is most people's least favorite guy. This guy's really into crypto.
And we get to kill him.
So we kill him. This is the office. This is just a big crypto mine, and we only kill that guy to get these coins, which open up secret areas. We need this upgrade for a whim right here, and I don't think we ever use it again.
We use it to pay the dude to use the telescope.
Oh, that's true. We do pay the dude to use the telescope.
That goes, which I'm going to do in a moment. So this actually, we can talk about the other true ending requirement. There's this dude that has been around Fragrance Point who was trying to get a job and bungling it big time, not doing so hot. But we're trying to, keep him motivated, make sure he's still trying his best, trying to do his best to do what he can. So we're
low-key trying to Nepo baby him into a position on the ship, which is wild because we're the alien here.
Yeah. So we pay for his telescope display and he messes it up. And that's the last prong of that side quest. That will make him appear in the final section of the game, where we'll also need all the whims to make it to the good ending.
Also, side note, I think I love somebody in chat just mentioned, I think the player character is a heart with eyeballs in a mech suit.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I love this.
So,
I think in the trailer, one of the first lines is, "We give you life." So it's just a little guy. Yeah. I love him.
So coming up here, we have a very important jump. I'm going to try and jump up here with a boost jump, and there's a whim up here. This skips kind of going around to where the last power-up in the game would be to get up here, and we can just get up there with that jump, grab the whim.
Look out of bounds.
This too.
Don't worry about it.
Nice.
And leave. Yeah, we used to do that with an out of bounds that is really cool, but I hated it. I was not good at it. And
it was really dumb.
Yeah.
And also really slow. We literally just, when routing this category, we're like, oh, I guess we'd never thought about just going straight up top. I thought we needed the upgrade from that area. We sure don't.
Yeah, I thought you did too, because I remember in my first runs, I was grabbing the rocket while doing the out of bounds.
Yeah,
but
my bad.
I think you brought up that jump was a possibility, and I just tried to make it work because I didn't want to do the out of bounds.
That's fair. This is one of the coolest step parts of the run. We're going to super bounce out of this area, and this is actually the very first area that we explored, and we're going to do a bunch of cleanup with the 2 whims in this main area. So that super bounce gets us way out of bounds to get our first one, and then we come all the way over here to this secret area in order to get this guy. There's a route for this area that is really cool where if you want to play it risky and you are consistent enough at the final skip we're going to do, you can go all the way back to the area we first spawned in at. But it's pretty risky if you miss it. That's like a minute time loss.
It's not good.
So we're going to reload the area by revisiting where we're going. This little fan here is actually the secret to this route. Usually the game wants you to defeat this big boss that we call the brain drill. That guy takes a long time and is like super out of the way.
5 minutes to get there and beat him, And like
so when we're in this area, we can super bounce out of bounds, and if we hit it first try.
Ooh.
So
that is great skip. It is really hard out of bounds movement sequence there, but if you hit it, you get transported to the final area of the game. And that's just sitting there the entire time. And because of this skip, the bad ending category is like 8 minutes long.
Yeah.
That's why we're running good ending.
Yeah, it's pretty difficult. Just being a run that short, it's optimized. I mean, this run is, under 20 minutes done really well. And we're already in this final section. So this first part is pretty slow. We're just going to be like riding this cart for a while. But if I recall correctly, I think that grate that we use to skip is like a backup if you make it into that first area during the final portion of the game, because it's not how you're supposed to get into the final area. I don't fully remember.
Yeah, the first area of the game is supposed to be locked off in the final like panic sequence, I call it, after you defeat the brain drill.
Yeah.
But that's there in case you get stuck there. Also, we have these guys. We have to kill them by shooting this guy's eyes, and then we can just shoot through this guy's armor. Armor-piercing bullets, I suppose. And then they just die, and we end the train ride early. We get to our final destination here at this hidden area. We're going to talk to the guy. He's the dude.
Yeah.
And he's going to use his newfound authority and also his newfound legs to help us out some in the last part of this run. But first, we have a mini boss. This is the worst. It's the worst. I hate to say it.
I'm hoping I do well on this guy because he can be tough. Pretty much the idea here is he gets dizzy. So I'm going to run into this part of the machine, and you're going to see these spirals up top. And once the stars appear, I can shoot him for a stun. I want to make sure he's not spinning once that animation happens so that I can just like dash into him. And if it goes perfectly, I can just kind of keep him in place.
Yeah.
That should be good enough time. Yeah, perfect.
Nice. Good work.
Yeah, that is like a really satisfying thing to get the speed strat on, but really tough.
Yeah, it's kind of hard because your projectiles will move him around as well. So if you are shooting him too much in one direction, he can instantly get off track and make it very hard to recover. But that was really excellently done.
Yeah. And so now, we have our guy. He's going to take us through the secret door.
The door of secrets.
And the door of secrets. And fun fact, at this point, for the last section of the run, am going to stand in this area, put my controller down, and grab my mouse.
Yeah, so for some reason, this game becomes a third-person shooter at this part.
Yeah.
You'll see. This is my favorite finale sequence in, like, any video game ever. It's so good.
That looks so cool.
We just have to power up first.
Yeah, I have to get transported into cyberspace.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's fair.
You know how it is.
On a Tuesday night?
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, what else would you do on a Tuesday night? Come on.
I guess that's fair. What, you want to look like this on your Tuesday night? Yeah, so we play as our soul, I suppose. We're turning this into Undertale now. And we have to go around and change all of these options at first. These don't do anything. These are just set dressing for the upcoming final boss fight.
Yeah.
So this is just menuing, but like the sickest menuing you've ever seen.
This is what Persona 5 menus wish they were, I think.
Dude, I'm saying.
So yeah, the next like little tunnel we go into after this one is going to be the final boss. The final boss is going to take 3 hits And then after a few seconds, my heart will like fly into the explosion and also explode, and time is when they disappear. So we're about to see this happen. I love this guy.
This is the final boss. We don't have a name for him, if I'm being honest.
No, it's the final boss.
Okay,
No,
sure. He will shoot 2 colors of projectiles. He has these green ones and then yellow ones. The yellow ones are bullets. The green ones take away bullets. This guy actually got fixed in a recent update. The update had the release version of this game. This boss fight was like super bugged and just got stuck in like a stun loop. Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah.
But now he's like a minute faster because we can do a strat that is ridiculously hard on the release patch, where we want to shoot him before this big laughing phase.
Yeah.
Time is going to come up after we shoot this final bullet, and then our heart will soar into his explosion.
Yep.
So get ready on it.
And
try to count it down.
3, 2, 1, time.
Time. Nice work. Is that an RTA PB?
It's my time.
I will let you know in a few seconds, but it is sub 18.
Then that's a RTA PB, yeah.
Let's go.
That 1753.
That is RTA world record, actually.
Yeah, but I have faster loads than you, so it's probably not like actually a world record. But that's a really good run.
I would just like to say to the viewers before this, Lori was like, I might be like 1 or 2 minutes under. And I'm like 10?
Good run will probably be 3 or 4, like... As long as I don't explode bad run, I'll be like 3 or 4 minutes over easy. But this was like best case scenario.
Yeah, that was a 1753.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah.
Hold on, let me check the SRC page.
The time I got 2 days ago was an 1818 RTA, and I think you just timed it as like a 1630 without loads.
Yeah.
Yeah, so cool.
Yeah, okay, RTA world record is a 1751, but 2 seconds off.
If I didn't mess
Very
up the
close,
final
very
boss,
close.
Yeah, if I didn't mess up the final boss, I would have gotten that.
Yeah.
I'm so happy with that. Like, let's like...
That's a sick run. That's a really good time.
Let's not be greedy here, you know?
But yeah.
So...
GG.
I think the only people I really want to shout out is, obviously, Halber Ball. That's how you pronounce it, right?
Yeah. Close enough. I don't know. Alien names are hard.
Alien names are hard. There are a few people who helped with this game, but it was pretty much almost entirely them. And then the only other shout out I really have off the top of my head is Ashley Sincere, who is the third and only other runner of this game besides us two.
Yeah, no, Ashley did a lot of the early game routing. She's the one who found Great Skip and it routed this entire category, and then we obviously improved it over time. But a lot of this game wouldn't be nearly as cool if she hadn't picked it up, so I'm glad that she did and contributed to it. It was her first speedrun, so that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I can't imagine having this game as your first speedrun. That's wild to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, otherwise Halber has been amazing. I had him on my backup commentary in case this run got pulled for SGDQ. But it did not happen. All good.
Yeah.
I'm still super excited that we got to talk. He explained how wrong warps worked to me, and I was like, oh, well, that's convenient that you know that. It was good. But yeah, no, he's great. Otherwise, I don't know. Go play this game.
Go play this game,
it's
please.
$9.
And both of you, where can they find you on the worldwide alien internets?
Okay. You can find me at gleepglorp.
You can find me at
Love it.
You can find me everywhere, Shuffle Claws. Lori, you smashed this run out of the park, so where can people find you, more
you can find me on mainly Blue Sky, LoriDBunnykins.fastestfirst.com. You can find me at LoriDBunnykins on Twitch, but like find me there is like maybe. I do want to stream more, but when I say I want to stream more, I mean I want to go from like I want to do more than like once every 2 months.
I feel very personally like attacked on that because same. Same.
You know how it is. You know
Oh,
how
yeah.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Thank you so much for having us. I love showing off this game because
Go play Fragrance Point.
I love seeing people see this game.
Agreed.
It's so fun.
Again, everybody give GG's to Lori one more time for that absolutely wild, awesome game and wild, awesome run. Before we head to break, two things I just want to give you a heads up on. I know Frame Fatales was mentioned earlier, and as y'all know, that's GDQ's All Women and Femme speedrunning community. It is prepping for the next event, which is Flame Fatales. It's going to run September 7th through the 14th. Schedule is live. Go to gamesdonquick.com/schedule/58 or best friends in chat. You know who you are. !FF in that chat right now for info on how to join the Discord and stay up to date with all things Frame Fatales. And that all said, thank you to everyone that's been supporting GDQ. Hello again, friends. I hope you enjoyed that hydration break because we are back with some more Metroidvanias. First, just wanted to give y'all a heads up that, that TwitchCon event that's coming up. Guess what? Games on Quick Express is going to be returning to TwitchCon San Diego. It's going to be from October 17th through the 19th. And you can learn more at twitchcon.com, and you can stay tuned for submissions that are going to open from August 6th to the 13th, which, looking at my wrist, that means submissions open tomorrow. So twitchcon.com for more info on that. All right, moving on to our schedule. We actually have the first of a 2-pack of runs by a wonderful runner commentator duo. First and foremost, we are going to be heading into SteamWorld Dig to Any Percent by Rufon. So hello, friend. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. It was good to see RTA world record on stream right before this. I'll try and follow it up well, but we'll see how it goes. This is SteamWorld Dig 2. It's a digging-based Metroidvania released in 2017. I'm joined here by my commentator Fern, who will helping me along with this run. And yeah, I guess we'll get right into it. If you have anything to say, Fern?
Yeah, I'm Fern, also go by Otso. I'm happy to be here. I am here mostly for Rusted Moss, but I learned a couple things about this run in the meantime, and happy to be here.
Awesome.
Well, let's head into it. Now, SteamWorld Dig 2, like I said before, digging-based Metroidvania, kind of like, I don't know, I think the game Motherload or like Dig Dug, you get upgrades, you get stuff, or you dig up or you mine stuff. We're playing as Dot. This is SteamWorld Dig 2, so it's a sequel to the first one. Our friend Rusty has gone missing, and we're looking to find him. There was a mysterious explosion, but we don't think he's missing. We think we can find him, so we'll go ahead and go do that. Throughout the run, we're going to get a number of bigger upgrades along with other small upgrades we can buy in the town with the money we get. The first upgrade we'll be going to get is Sprint. It just allows us to run faster. One thing to say quick is actually about control schemes. I run this game on a keyboard and controller. So there's a bug in this game where after jumping, you can jump up to 7 more times. It doesn't give you a ton of height, or normally it won't give you a ton of height. Once we get another upgrade later, it will give us a lot of height. But it allows us to jump more. And
I believe
normally
you said you got this from the task? This was a task thing you stole?
Yes. So the reason I did this is because normally the game only allows you to bind 2 jump buttons, but it actually turns out it's only 2 jump buttons per control scheme. So I have my left hand using space and E for jump, and then I have my right hand using A and X for jump. And then I do the movement with my left hand, and then do most of the other actions with my right hand. Right now we're getting Sprint, and we're actually going to do a pretty big sequence break that allows us to skip going through the tutorial. Also, a fun thing you'll see is that the glyphs above my head will rapidly change as I press the different control schemes. Right now we're going to do a tricky little corner jump here, and then
Nice.
yeah, we're going to do a nice little, like I said before, you can jump multiple times. So build up a little speed, do extra jumps to skip having to get the grapple hook to get here. Normally you have to get here later in the game, but by doing this we get to skip the tutorial, skip a boss, skip a bunch of stuff.
This run is just, it's going to start wrapping up before it seems to begin. It's a very fast-paced run. Largely recommend trying this game normally. A lot of the really cool aspects of it that you'd see on a casual playthrough were not going to remotely see on this run.
Yeah. But it's cool in its own right. Like I remember when I very first played this game, I'm like, why is the movement like so good for a game that's mostly built around like you dig it around and just like vibe in? Right there, we intentionally die. The tube right there gives us fast travel, but we were going to go to the town later, and normally you would unlock the town later. And like in the starting area where we were, if you die, you normally spawn in the starting area. But since we got out of there to get to this green area, Yarrow, we are then able to retry in order to get to the town. And we need to do that in order to unlock the town warp, which we'll be using shortly. I do want to give a quick shout out to the music. It was composed by El Cuervo, who also composed the music for Hotline Miami. So like very much like the soundtrack of this game.
So someone does want to know if the cave's randomized, which I believe the answer is partially.
The ore placement in the caves is randomized. The actual tile placement is not. And there are certain ores that are guaranteed to be in certain locations. But yeah, for the most part, it's actually like not super RNG. But there are some aspects of it. I definitely like money routing is a mild concern throughout the run.
This, really hoping to not jinx it, but this is a run where deaths are important to keep track of. Money matters a lot, and dying makes you lose money, and is therefore bad.
Yeah. It makes you drop, I think, usually half of what you're holding, which means you won't be able to sell it later, and that's bad. And right now we're going to get our second upgrade, which is going to be the pressure bomb. Pressure bomb gives us a little thing we can shoot out. It'll break blocks. And actually, normally you're supposed to go out the right side of this cave, but we'll actually be going back to the left and do a tricky little shot to break the block we came from to skip having to go through all that. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going, I believe we get, I don't want to say most, but a solid chunk of upgrades. There are a few we don't get, most notably jetpack is not gotten in this run.
Yeah, you can entirely skip the jetpack. I think there's an achievement for breaking one of the, so like our general goal is there's going to be 3 generators we need to break. Technically, like in a casual playthrough, you're supposed to do 4, but you can skip one of them. And there's actually an achievement, I think, for breaking one of the generators without, I don't know if it's all of them or just one of them, without going to get the jetpack. But yeah, we can just entirely skip it. And part of that is like that multi-jump glitch I mentioned before, but I think it might be possible to do without it. It's been a long time since I ran this game regularly, but I'm happy to show it off again because it is definitely one of my favorite speed games. Right now we're in the cave to go get the jackhammer. We're gonna do a little skip in a moment here. Normally you have to bomb a couple different blocks in order to press on these switches, but if you're quick and time it right, you should just be able to bomb this one and then sneak under it just in time, and that skips you having to go around to get that switch.
Oh, nice. I know you were worried about that in practice. I didn't want to jinx it before you tried.
Yeah, no, I definitely got it crushed by that rock a fair few times. Or just not timed it right, because you got to slow down just a little bit. Is the protagonist Crazy Frog? No, the protagonist is Dorothy. She's a robot.
Yeah, do you want to give a quick little lore update? Why are we destroying generators?
I believe in a moment we're going to meet Rosie, who tells us to destroy the generators. I honestly don't recall the reason she gave. It's been a long time since I played this game casually.
Well, I mean, if she asks nice, it'd be rude.
Yeah, she asks nicely. Rosie is a human. I believe the humans in this game are called Shiners. But yeah, there are some humans, there's some robots. And unlike in the first game, the humans seem a bit more chill. Hopefully they're totally chill and not nefarious at all.
Foreshadowing is a narrative device.
Well said.
Anyways, up here is Swifty Schwam, my favorite little guy. They're guarding the oasis here, and here is Rosie. Coming here is important because it allows us to get the most broken item in the run, which is the grappling hook. It allows us to pulse to walls, but also a neat feature of the grappling hook is when you jump out of the grappling hook, you get a bit of extra height. The thing is, when combined with the ability to jump multiple times, it gets a bit crazy. So we'll see in a moment.
Yeah, it's better shown than anything. the run movement is pretty slick up to this point. Tiny little optimizations, but much like another game we will be running later, the grappling hook breaks this game wide open.
I like games that have grappling hooks and robots in them, and both the runs today have that. So
That's valid.
actually, I'm not sure we see one robot in Rusted Moss, and we see a bunch of little ones too. But
we skip a
you
lot.
mostly skip most of the bosses.
Yeah.
But that's fine. That's for later. Anyways, we could jump pretty high using this.
A little
Oh.
bit, yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, so
It's also just good for general movement. I forgot to explain the jackhammer lets us break like harder blocks, but also just like faster for mining in general. We're actually going to be going to our first generator here, and that'll be here back in the Temple of Guidance. This is the tutorial area. It's all hidden under here. It's pretty fun. You're supposed to get here after you get the grapple, but which I guess we are, but
a little
usually
fast.
we wouldn't be coming here a second time like this.
Yeah, so the grappling
You'll-
hook, it's faster than walking, running, and if you're noticing, she is grappling downward after every time she breaks a block beneath her, because that is even faster than falling.
Yep.
Love it.
Missed it.
So I hope you really like that sound effect. You're going to hear it a lot.
Yeah, the grappling hook sound effect is truly a great one. Up next, we have a fun little puzzle section with these minecarts here. They're a bit easier when you remember what they are, but they're not too bad. I definitely didn't mess it up in practice earlier today.
No. She got it first try.
First try, always first try.
Yeah, always first try. Yeah, this is, you said you had a couple announcements. This would be a good time. This is just kind of an easy little puzzle.
Yeah, sure thing. If you are looking to get more involved with the GDQ community, what you can do is head over and join the official Games Done Quick Discord and get that awesome hotfix and joy roll. Stay in the loop on all the upcoming events. You can chat with staff and showrunners and a whole bunch more. Best friends in chat. You know what I'm going to do. ! Discord in that Twitch chat right now to get that invite and some more info. You should check out the Discord in between this run and the next. Stay here. Put it in chat right now. And then then you can check it out. Yeah.
Yeah, we can't miss this.
Up next is the arrow trial. This one has us going through all these tunnels with arrows. Missed the cycle here, unfortunately. But yeah, and there'll be a fun little auto show sequence. This is a good time to shout out the task of this game. The task of this game is very good. It makes very good use of the grapple hook. And particularly the task section for like this area is pretty fun to look at. Yeah, it's a great thing to watch. I definitely recommend. It gets pretty insane.
Yeah, I remember there's a kind of upcoming survival segment here. Right here, where you recommended just watching the tasks for this room alone because they do some very funny movements.
Yeah, the hitboxes of the arrows are pretty generous, and Tass has a fun time with it.
But yeah, this is there any other things with SteamWorld Dig 2 you want to shout out?
Not a ton. I would recommend the game series in general. The SteamWorld games are pretty good. There's a lot in the series at this point across a decent amount of different genres. I just like the game series because they have like Heist, which is like a 2D like kind of like XCOM like game. They have Build, which is like a cozy city builder. They have Quest, which is like a Slay the Spire like card game. Like there's a lot of different games, and they're quite good. And anyways, we're going to be destroying our first device of devastation. Yeah.
And only 2 more, which is
Only 2 more to go?
one less than you'd expect if you casually played this game.
And I went to the wrong tube. We're going back to the Oasis. Because this we're going to go into... I'm really forgetting. A Temple of Doom. It's called the Temple of Doom, I think. I don't... I'm not remembering the area names. I'm so out of it. It's okay.
So yes, the speedrun does just skip one of the generators. Game just lets you do it, so we don't get it.
Yeah, except on the Switch version. And it's not like you can't skip the generator on the Switch, it's just the game won't let you. The game won't go to the ending sequence if you do it. You might also have noticed, and I just picked one up a moment ago, these little boxes with like gears on them. those are cogs. They're used for cog mods. They're little additional bonus upgrades we can put on our equipment, which we'll be doing right here. The ones here aren't too important. They just kind of like make the jackhammer wind up a bit faster. But later on, some of them will be pretty important. So right now, this is the first section where the money we get is not like predetermined. Up until now is like we had a set money route, and occasionally we got stuff that deviated from it. But for the most part, it was just we got the money and we know how much money we'd have. For now, I'm purposely going to go out of my way to get more extra cash. Because it's no longer like we no longer have big guaranteed sources. Yeah, we're just gonna go sell here.
And you are going for health upgrade before you do the next section, right?
There's up ahead. There is a section with a bunch of lava golems. I'll talk about it a bit more once I get there. Actually, we can talk a bit about it now. The lava golems are interesting enemy. This is a precarious situation. We're fine. The lava golems, when they're waking up, cannot damage you. And we can also use the lava to give us immunity frames to jump on top of them, which allows for getting through this next section pretty quickly, but it is definitely one of the trickier portions of the run. So I'm getting more health to make sure like we don't accidentally die, and I'm probably gonna be a bit quiet here because I'm gonna need to focus. We do keep the momentum here with the bunny hop, except we didn't actually, so I had to do the backup shot.
So yes, this segment is a little scary. As you saw the wake up animation, she can just hop on them, no issue. But otherwise, very tight platforming. The reason she is bouncing in the lava is it does less damage than the golems do. So
it's actually not because it does less damage, it's because the iframes.
The iframe, okay. Yes, but
not even close.
Not even close. Not a worry.
Yeah, because if you land on the golems, it's going to mess up your movement a lot more than it is the lava. I do think the golems do more damage than the lava, but it's just because of the momentum
that's not
iframes
the
and whatnot.
concern for you. Okay.
Yeah. The golems will bounce you up more, and you'll hit your head. And then it's bag of holding. Yes, I remember what I'm doing. Okay, cool.
Okay,
this next section is a lot chiller. We just got, actually, if you want to explain.
That lava that was just a threat, the upgrade she just bought gives her brief immunity to lava whenever she touches it, and the cooldown is so fast that she can just kind of skip across it.
Yeah.
I'm noticing the lava skipping.
That business spawns in like that general radius, like not always the same place. Sometimes you can get in a faster location or not, but it's that general radius almost always has the business, so we can rely on that one to get us a bit of extra cash.
Every time I see this, it feels unintended.
I don't really remember how you're supposed to get through that casually. I think you're just supposed to like kind of go up top and kind of finagle your way through. Actually, you're expected to have the jetpack there, is what you're supposed to do.
Okay.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah, you're supposed to have the jetpack before you get to that section. We skipped it by doing the big jump with the grapple hook. And so that required us to do a lot more precise platforming to get through.
And now we are already coming up on our second generator in just a little bit. It was so long ago we found our first.
Up next, we're getting our next upgraded for the run. I believe this is our last one. This is Ultra Composite Armor. This one hypothetically could be skipped, but I think it makes skipping certain phases of the final boss a lot harder, maybe not possible. It's something I really should properly like lab out to see if it works. But the final boss is also like a total nightmare in this game when doing it fast. But maybe something I look into in the future, because it does lose a bit of time there. There's also the Imaginite you get there for $80, so like routing in the money there would also lose a bit of extra time, but definitely potential for time save there. I can't remember what the task gets set. I don't think it does, because it can position better for the final boss.
I remember you commenting that if easy mode was like available to run for this game, that it would
the
large
leaderboards specify that normal mode, like you have to run on normal mode for no particular reason, I think, just besides the fact that like, sure, I guess. But yeah, I think it would be just because it would make the phases for the final boss. But like again, it's not something I've actually thoroughly tested. So stuff for the future. If you want to contribute and play this game, I do recommend speedrunning. It's a chill speed game. I made a tutorial a couple of years ago. If you ever want it, definitely recommend. It's a pretty fun speed game. Very cool movement tech. The 100% category for this game is also pretty cool. There's a couple other short categories where you just get a certain amount of the upgrades. Either like, no, I think it's just a 10 upgrades. There was a 7 upgrade that was for Ultimate Decathlon. I do want to give them a brief shout out because a lot of the runners of this game are French, and Ultimate Decathlon is like a speedrun marathon, or like not really a marathon. It's like a competition where they have like 10 different games that you play through. Very neat thing. And was where this game originally picked up its speedrunning scene, a bit of its speedrunning scene from. So yeah,
I like how we just saw a destroyer like for about a half a second and it was destroyed.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
You might notice that
we could use the
third
bomb
generator
for.
stuff.
Yes, we could use the bomb to blow up the generator, and that saves time. The only reason we didn't do it the first time is because you don't have enough water for it. I forgot to explain water. Using the jackhammer uses water. Using the pressure bomb uses 1 full bar of water. We also just got a cog mod that allows. I no longer have to grapple downwards because the jackhammer will just pull you in the direction of the block you break now with that cog mod, which allows mining through this last section Yarrow here. Favorite soundtrack in the game, by the way, in my opinion. But yeah, it allows going through the section much faster. The task is like an insane strat to get through here. Like uses the speed boost from that jackhammer mod and combined with the grapple hook to just absolutely zoom. But not super RPA viable.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
For those
Fine
counting, that was our final generator. We are just kind of running, or was that second?
We're going. That was our second generator. We're going for the final generator now in Europe.
Okay, yes. I knew it was in Yarrow, either ended or.
Yeah, no. After Europe, we go to Oasis, and then we'll finish the run. But
Yeah.
mostly just a bunch of digging down here through Yarrow, and a bunch of snails that will ruin your day sometimes. After we wait for this block to regenerate.
Do you want to talk about the snails?
The snails bounce around a whole bunch. They break blocks. They get in your way. There's 2 snails at the beginning of the run. I didn't really talk about them then because I had other stuff to talk about. But they've like ended a surprising amount of runs. I made a like safety save like right at the beginning of the run just in case I died to them because it would actually cause problems for a number of reasons. This snail right here, if you don't time right, will start bouncing around, and I didn't quite fast enough. Ooh. And then there's 2 snails, and they just do all this, and it's really evil.
Yeah.
I go this route now. For money reasons, I'll drop that. Cool.
Yeah,
they can just vibe out over there. One of those snails, his name's Jeremy. I don't remember which one.
Oh, yeah, they have a name?
I named one of them because I died to it once, and I was really annoyed.
Oh, that's valid.
Yes, the snails, you have mentioned many times being scared of them on this run.
Yeah. Here we upgrade the pressure bomb, and this pressure bomb allows us to skip a jetpack upgrade because upgrading the pressure bomb actually allows you to shoot it marginally farther, and that will allow us to do a small little skip coming up here. Because normally the game expects you to get like an upgrade for the jetpack, which lets you break like soft blocks, and we can skip that because we can just shoot the pressure bomb high enough that we'll be able to get through it, which we'll see momentarily.
Yeah, the game, if it gives you an item that lets you just kind of dig through in the straightest line, it's what a lot of the speedrun becomes.
Yeah. Yeah, this part is definitely one of the more just like, I'm holding down and hoping not to get screwed over by random enemies. Mm-hmm. But it's okay. Cool. We get our water up. Blow this up, and then we sneak up here, wait for this block to regenerate. Grapple down.
Yes, cool. And that was the area she was talking about that is skipped by the jetpack.
Yep. And then that's our last cell of the run. We'll be buying another health upgrade after this. That'll give us the airman armor, the way the airman armor works is every 30 seconds, if you get hit by a projectile, you'll reflect it. This is reported for the final boss, because the final boss fires 4 different projectiles, one of which is normally supposed to allow you to like hit it into her. She has like a shield. I'll get a bit more to it once we get to it, but it allows us to skip a good portion of her phases, which will be skipping 2 of them. You can technically skip 3, but skipping 3 is not going to be, the last one's a bit too precise. Right here, we actually don't go as far as we could from that generator, because if you go too far, you'll get more text boxes. And you can skip through the text boxes, but it still takes a minute. So, yeah, we can just head to the final boss here. Funnily enough, the door to the final boss will be closed because the game expects you to have gotten all 4 generators. You're supposed to go, like, the area is supposed to change, but instead we'll be greeted by Fen, who we haven't met in this run because we skipped them in the tutorial, which also consequently means we haven't had a mini-map the entire run. Normally the game has a mini-map. And yeah, we're gonna head to the final boss, and it turns out it's Rosie. She's betrayed us, and she's made a big thing, and the generator was like, the generators were, stealing power from it, and also, like, the reactor, like, this will give her a bunch of power, and she'll have a bunch, but the problem is it's also causing a bunch of earthquakes and is going to destroy the planet, so, yeah. Anyways,
also, there's Rusty. Everyone remembers Rusty,
there's our buddy Rusty. That's the guy we're here to save. Anyways, Rosie shoots 4 projectiles, the big rockets, which you saw, which break her shield, bullets, and rockets. The bullets and rockets, really enough, if you reflect them, and they hit her, will also take down the shield. She also has another 4th projectile she shoots, which are these purple bouncing balls, which bounce around, and you do not damage her if they reflect into her. So we just have this whole phase of her bouncing them around. This is the only phase. Normally the arenas she generates are based off of your position. This phase is just fixed every single time, and there's no way to speed it up because we can't reflect the purple balls. The next phase is we have to reflect the bullets into her. And the first time she does it, it's pretty easy because she does a charge attack into you. So with the rockets, they home in on you. And so that allows you to easily get into her. The bullets don't home in on you, but there's a setup you can do to make the bullets always destroy your armor. That involves her dashing up into you, which requires you to go below 4 hearts, and then she'll stop dashing. The problem, doing this for the 4th phase is easy, because she shoots bullets first after her dash. In the 5th phase, she shoots the purple balls first, then the bullets, so you have to time your airbud armor recharge to be between those things. And if you mess it up, you die, and so I am not doing it.
It's not a marathon-friendly strat. It's marathon safe, but not marathon-friendly.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yes, we'll see right there. We hit it. Yeah, usually, like, to time it out, I'll, like, swing my pickaxe a number of times. But, yeah. And then here's phase 5. And we're just gonna have to wait for a bit for this one. Yeah. She's gonna do her charge. I'm gonna purposely get hit by it so I can hit her charge early. Oh. Please give me the health. Please give me the health. I do not want to die here. At least she doesn't ever charge and then does the rockets. Okay. I'm just going to focus up here for a second. You don't mind. No, please. There we go.
Nice.
And, okay, I don't have enough water for a bomb. That's fine, we just hit her 7 times. There's a little bit more here. We're just gonna have to, like, walk left for a little bit and then skip a couple of text boxes, and then after that...
that was the hard part.
Ooh.
Yeah. Next, we just walk left. You'll notice there in the cutscene we had the jetpack, despite never getting it. It's just in the cutscene anyways.
Yes. Yeah, Rosie did not want to play nice there at the end.
Yeah, no. Rosie is a huge headache in this run sometimes.
It's always frustrating when it's that final boss is the
final boss at the end of the run, and then there's like a minute in the middle of the final boss. Ven is gonna sacrifice herself. We're gonna teleport. We're up here. The planet's exploding, but thankfully up a rocket, so we're gonna go to space and escape with Rusty here. And we have to skip a few more text boxes.
And then this lore-wise leads into SteamWorld Dig Heist.
The SteamWorld, it's not Dig Heist, it's just Heist. SteamWorld Heist.
It's just SteamWorld Heist. Just SteamWorld Heist. No digging in this one.
Which actually, SteamWorld Heist actually came out before this game, is the funny part.
Really?
Because it came out in 2015. And that's time.
GG's.
Cool.
You absolutely crushed your estimate too.
Yeah.
We are looking at a 27-minute.
That's a good run.
Yeah, 27.
We'll see what the IGT is after. That's a pretty good time. IGT will be a bit lower. It cuts out load times and menu times, except for the upgrade station. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't have a ton more to say.
Is there any shout outs you want to do for the SteamWorld Dig community or just SteamWorld community while we're waiting for the RTA?
Got it's like Angsest and Zof, both like high level runners for this. Or I think Zof currently has the world record. Angsest used to have the world record. Both pretty chill. Shout out to Peanut. Peanut was originally going to commentate this run with me, but couldn't make it. And Ultimate Decathlon, which I mentioned before, is pretty cool. Yeah. Shouts to France.
Shoutouts to France.
Greetings to France.
Shoutouts to you, the viewer. But yeah, just waiting here for that. But like, waiting here to give us the IGT, but otherwise, like, runs over.
Yeah. Well, in that case,
we need a transition.
While we're waiting for that IGT, just want to remind everybody that Black in a Flash is a community that uplifts and connects Black speedrunners of all levels, hosting special events throughout the year to raise money for charity and celebrate Black voices in the speedrunning scene. If you want to learn more about it or just apply to get involved, head over to gdq.gg/BAF and follow at blackinaflash.bsky.social on Blue Sky for all your latest updates. And it looks like your IGT is at 2702. So that's
my PB is a 2530. I think the world record is a 2444.
Oh heck, that was awesome.
Pretty solid run, yeah.
That is awesome. Yeah. So we'll save the GG or the rest of the shouts for the next run because you two are coming back after this really short hydration break, and we are shifting, shifting gears to a more rusted scenario with Rusted Moss. So, everyone,
we will.
We'll be back. Don't mind me. I actually took this last break to go to theyeti.com/GDQ because I'm obsessed with stickers, and the Yeti is selling the Hotfix Summer Merch Collection, and that includes things like our new Hotfix shirt, which is super cool, our keychain, which is super cool, and this really cool sticker pack that I'm obsessed with. Look at Coop. So cute. Anyway, I'm gonna stop staring at stickers for a bit. Go to theyeti.com/GDQ after this run, which is a little bit deja vu because we are headed back over to Roofon to go to Rusted Moss ending E, which I'm super curious about. So hello again, friend. This looks very different from the last game we just played.
Yeah, I mean, a main thing that the last game had is in common with this one is that the grappling hook kind of makes the game have some pretty interesting movement tech. Yeah, besides that, they're not that similar games. I mean, they're both Metroidvanias.
Yes.
But yeah, ending E is just the shortest ending. There's a couple different endings based off of things you get in the game before you do the ending. Ending E is the shortest one, where you just go straight to the end. Not a ton to say. You already know who we are, so.
As she starts up, there are a few things I want to say. First off, shout out to Rusted Moss. This game is fantastic. I highly recommend playing it. We're going to see about like an eighth of what's actually in the game. It's a very optimized speedrun. And I also have placed a bet with the runner that if she manages to do the final boss no death, I am going to be taking a shot of hot sauce. So,
Ooh.
Yeah.
Just a little side thing going on.
Yeah. Right up here, we're going to get our first and only trinket of the run. This is HP Overload. It makes it so you do more damage with your charge shots. With the gun we currently have, we hold left click, we can charge it up. It's useful for this first boss here, and then not much else. It's pretty on the way though, so just helps out a little bit.
And one of two. We fight this boss and the final boss, and no other bosses in the video game.
Yep. Yeah. Movement so far is pretty simple, just kind of jumping around. I don't think bunny hopping, just like by itself, it does let you conserve speed, but I don't think it makes you move faster, but jumping around's fun. So this is Bonnie. Pretty simple attacks phase. They roll and they jump. And then on the second phase, they'll roll fast.
Yes, to quickly explain MP, you're probably wondering what's up in the top left there. MP is used for a couple things in game. We're not really going to get any of them.
It's going to just be heal mostly.
It'll just be the heal bar.
Anyways, we got the grapple hook, and we just skipped the grapple hook tutorial. Normally you have to get to the left and go do a bunch, but you can build up momentum and skip that. I guess if you want to go into like the design philosophy behind the movement and rooms in this game, feel free.
Yeah, so I love this game. I've played it a ton of times. I introduced Rupon to this game. It's really good. The people who made it, it was a team of 3. I think Happy Squared, Sunny Days, and Factstock are their names,
yes.
I believe. The game was made with the grappling hook in mind first and foremost.
Right here, we're actually going to do a pretty big skip.
Yeah, this is a very, not this, but this room right here is a pretty big skip.
So normally you would have to go through a couple different areas in order to get to Icar Refiner, which is about to go. But instead, if we build up a bit of momentum with the grapple hook, we'll be able to get there early. If I do it correctly. Sometimes it can be a little bit tricky. There we go.
Nice.
Perfect. So yeah, this is one of the last areas of the game. But yes, they designed the game around the grapple hook, and the grapple hook is what they cared about. They cared about making a fun movement game more than a Metroidvania.
Yeah, and I love grapple hook games, and I love grapple hooks in games, and I've always thought about like, how do you implement a grapple hook well in 2D? And they did it, so I am very happy.
Yeah.
Like they tailor-made fun grapple hook 2D movement. But yeah, the grapple hook allows for a lot of expression, allows for a lot of building up momentum, and you can get through a lot of the game just using it even without having to get the upgrades. So like, it's a lot of like building up skills to get through things more than upgrades. But we will be getting some stuff that boosts our mobility in a moment. It does let you kind of bypass a lot of it, but
Actually, I just want to point out our wonderful producer, and I heard the hot sauce bet. So there is a current channel point redemption bid war going on.
Oh dear, no pressure.
So friends watching, feel free to put your channel points towards how you think that final boss fight is going to go. No hot sauce is involved for y'all, but we're talking about point pride here.
Of course. Yeah, the final boss, in like when you do the run normally, is pretty uneventful. When you do in the speedrun, it genuinely took me like an hour or two like to finally be able to beat it with the amount of equipment you have throughout the speedrun. Because normally expect to like have more trinkets, expected to have more damage upgrades. Right there, you saw we use the momentum and then use it to swung up. That's a pretty nice skip going around, I think. And this allows us to get to the
That is a pretty substantial and difficult skip, and she just very much blazed past it. That was very, very well done.
Yeah, there's a lot of, it goes by quickly.
Yeah, this run has a lot going on in it. Please watch the task of this game, or just play the video game. There's so much movement tech that is being done. Too much to explain.
Anyways, yeah, the reason we're gonna do the shotgun here is basically when we shoot behind us, the shotgun will knock us back, which allows us to build up a bunch of speed, and we can chain it with a grapple hook. Oh.
Yes, so the first shot of the grapple, or the shotgun, will give horizontal momentum, and both shots give vertical, but the second shot is much weaker. But Pipe gives a great demonstration.
I think it's I think I got the horizontal and vertical swapped, but yeah.
Oh, did I? Okay, yes, but first shot is horizontal. Or
no,
first shot is vertical. Yes, vertical. Second shot.
Both give horizontal momentum. Yeah.
Yes.
All good.
There's so
this
much
is like
directions are hard. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is like we're going here to get the rocket launcher. The rocket launcher will allow us to rocket jump, which is yeah. You'll see when we get it.
Rocket jumping. An important
Next section up here is kind of like a runaway. This guy has like a little bullet shield that will reflect back at us, so we can't damage them. Yeah. Anyways, you can continue.
Yes. An important note: the devs have mentioned, of course, they're aware of how much movement the shotgun and SLC rocket launcher do give you. But the base game, they did not. Nothing is designed to require it. So that's kind of why you can see Rufon just blazing through so many of these areas. Is they didn't intend for you to require shot. Like the game is designed as if the shotgun and rocket launcher give no movement, basically.
With the jump pads, also they inherit the bonus momentum from the rocket launcher, which is why we're able to jump so high with them there.
Oh,
and
wow.
Yeah, we can get a lot of speed.
Yes.
Up next, we'll be heading into living quarters. Then, I went too high. And then barrows, and then we'll be going to Elfland, which is the end of the game. There's a teleporter here. I actually don't remember why this teleporter is here. If anything seems mildly confusing, the speedrun in this mode just removes all text boxes from the game. Even like there's a like optional text box there. If I press it there, it just will skip it entirely and put a check mark over it. So yeah, if it seems like there's some things that seem like there you would expect there to be a text box, it's actually just because of the speedrun mode. It's not like there is in fact dialogue in this game.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've played this game so many times. I know what's going on. I can't imagine how confusing this is to people who have not seen this before.
Yeah. Up here, we're actually, instead of going to killing the enemies normally, we're going to knock them into the pits on the side because they have a lot of health.
Yeah, this is always a fun strat.
Yeah, there's actually, in the bonus areas, they had like free DLC for this game. There's enemies that can only be killed by doing that. That's pretty fun. I still have yet to finish all the bonus areas. They get pretty tricky with the movement.
They get really hard. The devs made the bonus areas as quite literally, oh, you think this game is easy? And they just made actual Kaizo of their own video game.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah. Right there, we just got the bolt dispenser. It just does a bunch of damage. It doesn't really help us with movement. Right now, we're waiting on the right side here because that enemy will actually despawn if we move too far away from it, or moves too far away from us. There actually is a secret movement tech with the bolt dispenser. There's a trinket that makes you have knockback, and this game has a randomizer. And one time I used the bolt dispenser's knockback to do a skip. But otherwise, it's like very, very small knockback. It was, this is the wrong code. Okay, I can't aim. There we go. Oh,
you have to leave the room.
No, I was correct actually. Never mind. There we go. Okay.
Okay.
No, I know what I'm doing. This is actually pretty good pace. Normally I try to get down here at least like sub 10. So 840 is about what I've been doing today. So I've actually been. I think I set a PB earlier today, but I actually haven't been keeping track. I haven't ended up setting live split on this computer. So I haven't actually been keeping track of exactly what my PBs have been, but I might do that sometime.
Also, you want to explain what's going on in Elflame?
Yeah, Elflame, they turned the gravity off. So you just gotta use... Yeah, later on in Elflame there will be gravity again, but for most of it there is not gravity. So we have to navigate mostly using our knockback and our grapple hook. It definitely changes how you have to interact with the game, and also has some of the hardest enemy encounters in the game for sure.
If you notice the glowing areas, those areas have gravity that kind of pulls you, and it can make some of these rooms really hard to navigate because it'll just fling you off screen. Also, while the Elflame music is going, I do want to give a shout out to the composer for this game, Sunny Days. She did all the music for Rusted Moss, and this is one of my favorite tracks, personally. It's my favorite that we hear in the speedrun.
I like the final boss music I like Cedar music quite a bit.
Cedar music is also good.
I'm taking the save. I do not want to die in this upcoming section.
But there's no time in the Seer fight to shout out anything.
Yeah, so your fight, I'm not going to be saying much. I will need to focus.
Yeah, I will probably explain a lot for that fight.
I need a focus so you can drink the hot sauce.
Oh god, I forgot about that already. Yeah, so you notice the red jelly. You don't want to touch that. That's real bad. It kills you.
Yeah,
very,
it's the same thing. I forgot to mention it before. Yeah, it's the same thing as that with an Icar refinery before. If you touch it long enough, it will make you take damage, and you'll have to go through a little respawn. And yeah,
yeah, it's I believe canonically refined fairy blood. We really haven't explained the lore of this game at all, have we?
There's not time to. Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I played this game, and I was still a little bit lost. I did read the dialogue. I swear I could read.
Please play Rusted Moss. To those in chat, I can't recommend this game enough. Truly.
No, it's fantastic. This is probably my least favorite room in the run.
Oh, this room is.
Okay, I got through it fast. Woo.
That room can be really tricky. For context, each of those light pillars pulls you in a separate direction.
So if you're going too high or too low, and there's the thing that will shoot you, if you get shot by it once and then fall down, you just die. So it's definitely tricky.
Yeah.
This room's fun. Just a little going up and down. We're nearing the end of the run here, or nearing the final boss. Just a couple more rooms and a couple more enemy fights, and we'll be there. And also one of my favorite rooms where, for some reason, the horizontal momentum is just insane, so you just get so much horizontal speed. But that'll be in a moment. First, we have to defeat this enemy encounter real quick. See, the bolt dispenser makes quick work. Yeah, the one nice thing is that these guns have, like, there is ability to upgrade your gun damage, but at least the ones we have, like, do have decent enough base damage, but definitely these, like, tankier enemies could take a minute to get through.
And I do believe it is a little like Hollow Knight, where enemy health does partially scale with your gun upgrades. So they are tankier, but it's not as bad as you think it would be. You really can just get.
It also doesn't help that, like, navigating, like, my guns do knockback to me, but also, like, there's no floor because of the gravity. So, anyways, we see the guy from before that had the shield. I forgot to foreshadow that we'd see them again. But yeah, they're doing the normal attacks. They do a bunch of damage. Please get away from me. I'm just kind of abusing this corner here to make sure that they don't end up dying.
Yeah, this is more of a fun little callback to that one time you got chased in lane.
Anyways, we get a small amount of speed here.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
This is a
Safety save, and here is Seer.
And final boss. Everyone remembers Seer from her prominent role in the game. I am going to probably explain this fight. Rufon's going to concentrate, try and make you drink hot sauce. So those glowing flower gears you see go through platforms, and then she has her star dash, and then she just has this bullet wave attack. Those are the only 3 attacks that Seer has in this first phase, and it's the hardest phase of the fight. Just without getting any of the health or movement upgrades, it makes this area really hard to dodge in. And if you get caught out, this boss 2-shots you.
Yeah.
Common run ender, and why I placed the bet as I did. Once she gets past this part, the fight has become a lot more comfortable from this phase onward. It is not looking good for me.
I died after this first one in practice, so it's fine.
Yeah, so this phase is, she has her new pink wave attack. Other than that, it's just that she's more aggressive and moving toward you. More bullets spawn, but the game gives you more room to work with, so it
also gives you the jump pads, which makes navigating a lot easier.
Yeah.
Okay, final phase.
And yeah, final phase. I don't know the last time you got a first try seer.
Not in practice today.
No, actually, I did get one when I got what I think is a PB earlier today. I think this will definitely be a PB if I don't die here, so that's nice. There we go.
Well-
time in like a couple seconds. Time.
Holy heck.
Well, I don't know if this is gonna pick up on my. God. Dang it.
World record is, I believe, a bit under sub 10. I'll need to check.
Okay, well,
Enjoy your hot
I
sauce.
don't know if that. Yeah, I don't know if that popping the cap off picked up on mic or not.
Let me
Bottoms up,
verify what
chat
the world
room.
record is. World record is 9 minutes and 47 seconds. Said a month ago.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Oh God.
so, admittedly, I kind of done goofed when I asked our wonderful producer to, because I thought you said no hit, but I kind of meant deathless as well.
No.
So we will honor the no hit as the deathless version. So to those that said no hit,
Four hits, honestly, only getting hit
we'll
four
get
hits
the-
4 times on that final boss isn't too bad either.
we'll give it to the no hit people.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and actually, first off, 15:34 was fantastic time for marathon. So GG's on that. There's a question in chat for like the number of endings.
Number of endings, there's 5. It's
Yes.
A, B, D, C, or A, B, C, D, E. I can't do my alphabet apparently. And you for playing.
Yes.
Thank you for playing.
Please.
And thank you for
please.
watching. And
Yeah, bosses met Bonnie. Only the one.
just the one.
Once again, please play Rusted Moss. Please check out other speedruns for this game, other categories. There's 100%. There's even an all ending, I believe. People have done all endings. Ending A, I believe, is.
there's also 2 other characters in this game.
Yes.
The devs just like added different characters for play. Well, because I think the devs added like a PvP thing.
Yes, the devs, for fun, once again, Faxtalk just kind of does things. She made a plat fighter using the Rusted Moss characters for fun called Rusted Moss Arena. It's not balanced, but it's fun. And they added 2 additional playable characters. I just can't recommend this game enough. It is fantastic.
Yeah, you've definitely
And
gotten
thank you
some,
all
some
for
new
watching
people that are super interested in this game. So it looks so cool. But yeah, now take as much time as you want. Shout out who you are, where they can find you, what are you currently playing, and if there's a Rusted Moss community, like just give all of the love and shout outs.
I actually have been meaning to get more involved in the rest of the community. I've mostly just been speedrunning this on my own. I just like kind of watched the world record and picked it up a bit. I've been intending to like upload my runs more or like join any sort of speedrunning Discord or otherwise. I actually haven't, but I believe there's one that exists or an official Discord that you could probably. I'm going to check speedrun.com right now. I'm guessing it's linked there. They are on like Blue Sky. The devs are. They're also on Twitter.
Yes.
They have a Discord on speedrun.com. I just see.
Yes.
I'll probably be joining right after here. But you can find me mostly on. You can find me on Twitch. Just Roofon. I speedrun from time to time, and just mostly Rusted Moss is the game I've been running as of late. But I've run SteamWorld Dig 2. I've done the 602 a couple times, although not in a while. So don't count on seeing that. Also Incited, fantastic game. Might get back into running that in a little bit because I'm excited to have a nice computer to run games again.
Yay!
But yeah, you can just find me at Roofon. You can find me on Twitter on Roofon the House, Blue Sky Roofon. Yeah.
And Fern?
I'm just kind of a huge fan of Rusted Moss. I'm not really involved in anything at this time. I was mostly dragged along because I was the person who got Rupon into this game, and I have just so much knowledge and love and respect for the speedrun of this game. It's just fantastic.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, again, thank you so much for taking part in not 1 but 2 showcases here tonight. That was absolutely awesome. Like that is, for those that don't realize, that is a difficult ask. So GG's for having just both
I will
those ready
say,
to go.
mention in chat right now, the game is apparently currently 50% off on Steam. So you know.
Hey, there you go. So everyone, go pick this up. It looks so amazing. I'm definitely going to be taking a look at it
Can't recommend it.
myself. But we are going to be taking a quick hydration break. Before we do that, I just want to remind everybody that if you want to catch up on any of the past shows that we've had, special events, marathons, whatever, go to youtube.com/GamesDoneQuick after the show. If you're watching this on YouTube, hello from the past. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay up to date with GDQ. Hello again, friends. We are literally blazing through all of these runs of various Metroidvania games, which is super cool. But yeah, well, I guess that kind of fits into the whole Express Lane thing. You see what I did there? Because I don't. Anywho, want to give a quick reminder to everybody that Games Done Quick is going to be returning to PAX West from August 29th through September 1st. And I think the schedule just dropped for that. So visit gdq.gg/PAX West to check out that schedule, and just visit west.paxsite.com to learn more about the event as a whole. And going to PAX is super cool. You should at some point in your gamer life cycle. All right, looking at our schedule again, we have one more run, and it is a super, super cool randomizer of a gorgeous game, Timespinner, run by Pumpkin Spice. So hello, how is your webcam doing?
Oh God, we're carrying that over. Hello, I'm Pumpkin Spice. This is Timespinner. I'm playing a randomizer. So we've been going under estimate so far. That may actually happen again, or it may go horribly in the opposite direction. Random.
Hey.
But I've also brought with me a professional idiot who's never played this game before. That's you.
Hi, I'm Pippi in a top hat, and before we started streaming, I was the one who said webcam.
Shoutouts to webcams everywhere.
I can't speak. Put your web in a can.
Anyway,
Also, can we talk about how cute that VTuber is? Because I am obsessed. Love
it
it.
is rather fun.
It's adorable.
With that said, I think we web can get started. I'm so sorry.
Hey.
All right, I'll go ahead and count it down. 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thanks. So,
Good
this is
luck, good
Timespinner. It is a Metroidvania, and it leans heavily on the Vania part of it. It really, really wants to be Castlevania. It's doing its best. Be nice to it. Oh, thank God. Okay, if that screen said gun orb, we were going to restart the seed, but it didn't, so we're all good.
Why is that?
Yippee! Why would I restart it? I'm quizzing you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. It's not a fun starting weapon. It was the starting weapon that Pumpkin had in the practice seed that I watched, and it's bad and annoying and only has an effective range that starts a little bit away from you. And these are the things that I remember about gun orbs.
Very good. Give her a point. We're tracking that, right?
GG's.
Yeah, as she said, gun orb only deals damage after a certain range away from you, which when things are in your face, kind of, well, sucks. So we didn't get that, and we actually got one of my favorite orbs, the eye orb, because that deals slashing damage, or whatever the game calls it. I'm not actually sure offhand, but there are different damage types. Remember them. They'll be on the quiz. Different enemies and bosses and such will take different levels of damage from them, and there's a boss later that takes extra damage from slashing, piercing, and fire. So getting Iron Orb is really nice. It's also just a decent orb. I mean, look at it. It's like throwing a little shuriken. That's fun. But this is the randomizer, and as you can see, every chest in the game, every instance of getting an item at any point is randomized, and unfortunately, it is all items randomized, including ones that have absolutely no use in the randomizer, like story exclusive items. I'm not really sure why. Maybe they just couldn't code that out, but it is what it is. So hopefully we don't get any of those, and we get things that are actually useful instead.
Now, are the bosses randomized too, or is this just exclusively items?
The bosses can be randomized, but we would like to go to bed, so we are not randomizing them tonight. Because you can randomize them and turn off scaling. I've done it. It's fun sometimes. The bosses are all designed around not these sunglasses, but we have those. Normally right there in the vanilla game is the time spinner wheel, which gives us the ability to stop time. Now, as you may notice, this is really in the game. The game expects you to have the time stop ability the entire game. So most of the bosses are designed around the time stop ability for the entire game. Understand yet?
Yeah.
So, since we don't have it, some bosses can be extra spicy if we don't have that. And most of the time we won't. If I do end up getting the time spinner wheel, you will often notice that I forget to use it, because that's just how little the runs actually give me the time spinner wheel. I actually thought that was it for a second, but it was a coin. I'm a little upset.
That would have been so funny.
It would have been kind of funny. It would have been content.
Like, I never
Unfortunately,
get the wheel. Gets wheel.
there's a take the wheel joke here, and someone workshop it for me. But yeah, we're killing some enemies along the way because we do want to gain levels. Can you jump down here? Come on. Down. There you go. We do want to gain levels like that because the first boss, again, remember how I said expects you to have the ability to stop time? Yeah, so we don't. We don't have that ability. So it's going to move across the screen, and we literally just have to take damage to get through it. So we want to have at least like one level so that we have a little bit more damage and a little bit more survivability. And it's going to be right in here. We're going to fight a cat. Not the cutest cat, though.
No.
But it is the first boss, so it shouldn't be too bad.
You don't want to pet that?
I do not. It tries to pet you, though.
Oh.
Thankfully, we have a giant sword.
A time spinner, cat pet you.
That's true. You're so right. That's the lesson this game is going for. It has nothing to do with time or anything like that.
No.
It's about cats petting you.
Yep. Now all we need is pup time in chat showing all the cat emotes.
Yeah, it's a pretty straightforward boss. It generally just walks across the screen. It falls from the ceiling. We jump into it and get hit. Our health is getting a little low, but that's okay because you start with a healing item that I didn't use. Oh my god, I'm going too fast. There we go. You start with a healing item that heals most of your health bar out, and it's dead.
Huzzah.
Ooh, nice. We got one of the best head items in the game. So that'll help us a lot because, as you may have saw in that half a second there, we have stats. Like I said, Castlevania. It's very much an homage to Symphony of the Night and Order of Ecclesia. The latter mostly with like how the orbs work. They have their own levels. They just like share types between them. Like the eye orb is also shared with Chaos Blades. I hate this part, by the way. You know Medusa heads from Castlevania? That's what these are like.
Oh. Ugh.
Yeah, the orbs like share types. So like if you level up, like say I get Chaos Blades and I level up my eye orbs, the Chaos Blades will also level up because they're the same orb level. But yeah, this part, again, expects that you have the time step ability. So it throws these really annoying enemies at you that knock you off of the platforms you're trying to jump on.
I like that there's
So
a deep lore comment. Sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
There's a deep lore comment in chat saying, fun fact about the feline sentry, the meow sounds are provided by a real cat named Boots who belongs to a friend of the dev.
That's true.
Love it. Shout out to Boots.
Yeah, we
You were
also,
saying?
I didn't point it out, we got a key card, which I both am happy to see and not. It does mean I'll get to use a fun glitch a little bit less, maybe at least. But it does also mean that when I go near a keycard door, it won't prompt me for a keycard, which makes some glitches less fun because prompts interrupt doing things. We don't like that. But it does mean doors will open. So either way we get there, it's more fun to do it unintended, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting the time spinner spindle. I don't like that. So to time travel in Time Spinner, you can either, in randomizer at least, not in the vanilla game, get the Twin Pyramid Key, which is your item that lets you use the warp rooms. And when you do that, it'll unlock a random warp room in the past. And that's how we get to the past. Otherwise, it is normally, you need the Time Spinner wheel and the Time Spinner spindle. And if we have both of those, then I spoke it into existence.
Hey.
Cool. So a single room will let us time travel. That's fun. So before we started, I talked about how my practice seeds had all gone really well and that I probably used up my luck. So unfortunately, I think I'm right. I hate it when I'm right. But yeah, so without Twin Pyramid Key, you can only time travel from one room, which does make it a little bit more annoying to get around. We only have equipment here? Oh, that's horrible. So a fun feature, though, that we have is when you're on the map screen, you can hold the left face button and it'll light up the entire map. And then the rooms that are light up in yellow are rooms that you have access to that you can logically get checks in. Like there's something in there for you to get that you have the ability to get logically. The game doesn't account for glitches and such like that. There's no glitch logic. I kind of wish there was, but you know. So we have a few places we can go over here, and I'm really, really hoping that we see the Twin Pyramid Key, because boy, would I not like to go between the past and present using a single room. It's really unpleasant. We don't like it. It's... Hey, Pippi.
Yeah.
So I keep talking about a glitch that I really want to use. It involves doors. Do you remember what that glitch is just called? What's the name of it?
Oh boy, I remember what it looks like. Do I remember what it's called? Probably not. And that... Oh no. The angle friend, Jumpy boy, you crouch. It's a thing about crouch states, right? That's
okay,
the
mm-hmm.
glitch we're talking about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. We're gonna reverse engineer the name. Frederick.
Chat, how did she know? No. But you were close. It is actually just called Crouch Stay Glitch, because fortunately, Timespinner community is good at naming things. Thankfully. If we get the succubus hairpin, it is just an item. I love saying words. So, when we get the succubus hairpin, as I was saying, everything is going according to plan. This is all perfect. Don't worry. When we get the succubus hairpin, we get the ability to double jump. And we can use that to our advantage to get through doors that are otherwise locked. We will actually be doing that, no matter what. I promise. Or at least a laser door. That counts, right? That's a door.
Yeah.
So what we can do is we can hold the down button to crouch. You know, you may have inferred that already from the Crouch Stay Glitch name. And if we tap attack and backdash at the same time, Luna's will either kind of, like, sort of do a little hop, but not really. Or she'll put her hand out as she was going to attack, but not really. And in that state, the game thinks we're crouched, but we're not. And our collision gets a little weird. And when we get to a door-sized ceiling, I'll show you what kind of weird I mean. But in the meantime, we're going to take advantage of weird collision again. Once we get past these mushrooms, which are dropping healing items, and I love to see that. So we're going to do a funny little thing here that I'm going to explain after I do it, because that'll be a little bit easier. Don't do that. Be nice. Nope, that's a little too far. Almost. This one's a little finicky. Come on, buddy. It is like a little too fast there. A really small like area that I'm trying to line up with, and lining up pixel perfect with a D-pad is occasionally a fun task. Come on. I'm a little too far left. That might be good. So close. So essentially what I'm trying to do, because I can explain it, is we want to get this thing to hit me, and then while I'm still like clipped through it, I time stop and tap down, and ideally will fall through the floor, because the game tries to put you back in bounds and sometimes kind of just doesn't quite get it right. That might work. No, especially when we're on a slope. And we're trying to line up Lune's hair with a little crack in the wall as best as we can, at least, because that's the sweet spot. But it is really finicky. However, it is extremely faster than actually going through this area, because you need an item that lets you swim in water, and we don't have that, and then you have to actually go through the area, etc. And I think I'm doing it just a little too early, but we have healing items, so it's okay. And if worse comes to worse,
Is this
like,
the glitch?
this is a glitch.
But no,
Not the
is
crouch
this
stay
the
one.
glitch that in practice you said? No. The one that in practice that
Oh,
you
there we
said
go.
it would be so much faster if we
nice.
did this, but instead we're swimming. Oh, GG's.
Yeah, this is the one. We avoid an entire area. We don't need to get the water mask, etc., because we just pop through the floor. So yeah, basically you use the collision on a slope while you're kind of clipped inside of the wyvern thingy, and the game tries to put you back in bounds and accidentally just shoves you further out of bounds and you fall through the floor. Just for reference's sake, this entire area to the left is what we skipped. So
Oh, jeez.
it's a lot, yes.
Yeah, from my wealth of knowledge of having seen one previous seed, it was much faster. Yes.
Yeah, even if it takes like a while.
Like a whole bunches of seconds.
Yeah, because not only do you skip an entire area, but you also just don't need the item that you would otherwise have to get for it. So it just saves a lot. And oh yeah, we have the Timespinner wheel, so we can just go right through that. But this is the Maw, and I'm not going to explain any more about it, plot-wise at least. If you would like to know the plot of this game, play it. But this is one of our 3 required bosses. We have to kill 3 of them in the past, because then after they're all gone, some lasers in the future will be gone. Don't question it. It makes sense. Trust me. It doesn't really make sense, but it works. And this is one of our 3 and the easiest to get to, generally speaking. And I'm going to be honest, I think it's the first intended boss. I say I think because playing this game in order isn't something I've done in a while, so I may be lying on that one. But it's a generally pretty straightforward boss. We are just avoiding these spikes for a second, using the wheel, because while we're in the time stop state, we're immune to damage from attacks and such. And we literally are just going to hit this unmoving boss until it dies. Telegraphs all of its attacks. It's pretty straightforward. And then after this, we're just going to move on to our next couple of required bosses. Because at this point, I would still like to have the Twin Pyramid Key to be able to warp, but we don't need it. We actually have all the items we need to beat the game. Technically. Sort of.
I was going to ask about
logically.
that with the randomizer of this. Like, what are your go mode items?
So logically, you know, as in you're not using any glitches, etc. You need like water mask. You need all of the key cards. You need some form of movement ability. So succubus hairpin, celestial sash, light wall, anything like that. Just something that lets you get vertical, and something that lets you travel between the past and the present. So twin pyramid key or spindle and wheel. And that's it, at least. If you're doing the setting that I shall not name because it is a spoiler, but it effectively sets you to any percent, that is all you need for that. If you're doing the true ending, which is the randomizer's default, and we're not doing that, you need all the Timespinner parts, which includes the 3 gears, and then everything else I just said.
Okay.
However, if you are a fan of glitches, which are, of course, cheating, you can finish with as little as 2 items. you simply need something that lets you get to the maw. So either the water mask or the Timespinner wheel, like I just used. The light wall can also accomplish that glitch as well. It's a much more complicated version of it, but we won't be seeing that one just because we already have the succubus hairpin, so there's no reason to do the light wall clip. And some kind of movement ability, which we have. And because we have succubus hairpin, which lets us double jump, we can use the crouch stay glitch, which Pippi almost guessed the name of, and that'll let us get through any doors, so we don't need key cards, we don't need water masks, because we skipped all of that. We would like to have Twin Pyramid Key, but we have Wheel and Spindle, so after we're done with all of this part, which we're mostly going to be rushing through because we have all we need, for the most part, we're going to have to go all the way back on foot.
And open every chest along the way, just in case it is a faster way back.
Just in case, yeah. I mean, I will be grabbing a few. Let's see, what level are we? We are 6, so we do want to gain a few levels, so we are going to go down this way because there is a decent amount of checks and there are a lot of enemies we can fight down here that'll help us level up. And we also have randomized, randomized enemy drops on as well, so they might also drop gear that we can use that'll help us survive and deal more damage because, for the most part, the general strategy is not so much, at least for some bosses, not so much avoiding getting hit as just killing it faster than it kills you. And we're just... Okay, that's a nice weapon. We like that one. That deals bludgeoning damage, blunt damage. Again, I don't remember what the game actually refers to it internally as, but it is a different kind of damage, and we want that because the last boss we're going to fight is weaker against that than the current orb we have. He's wearing armor. So, unfortunately, our little shurikens don't do a whole lot to him, but these giant fists will. Neat. That's
I have an
useless.
important question.
Sure, what's up?
Do I still get the point for almost getting the correct name?
I say we let chat decide. Chat, does she get the point? What do we think?
Chat, please be kind with my fate.
Well, when you ask that nicely.
Ow.
I need this point. I need it for my self-esteem. It fills up my self-esteem meter.
I know things about a video game I've never played.
Yay!
I actually know a lot of those.
That is true. Yeah, we are still gonna kill some enemies and still grab a few checks because I would really like to just be able to warp. And I would like at least one better piece of equipment for the chest piece, because we do have a good headpiece and we do have 2 good accessories. But it would be nice to have a little bit more. Because if
and
you
we're
get...
finishing the game wearing the sunglasses, right?
Sure.
Yay!
We could.
Yay!
Do you think that would be cool? Sunglasses emoji?
Yeah, we'd be wearing the sunglasses and we'd be looking away from the explosion of the final boss, which I don't remember what happens when you kill the final boss. I don't remember if it explodes in any way, but in my vision, it does.
Sure, it explodes. If it makes you happy, it blows up. But yeah, this is our second required boss. This is the Golden Idol. And we're actually going to swap to the blue orb, which is the starter weapon. And as you can see, it does a lot more damage for some reason. The starter weapon is actually really good. I don't know why. Like, in a game where a lot of the weapons are pretty cool, the first one is actually one of the better weapons. Like, there's not a whole lot of incentive to change off. But it's a pretty straightforward fight. I mean, it kind of sits in place. There's platforms, there's spikes, there's a saw blade. You're meant to use the time stop ability to avoid it. But, you know, you can just jump.
Jump with good timing.
Jump with good timing. And again, as I said, everything is designed around the time stop ability. Everything. I want to say if I do 10 runs, I maybe get the wheel once. It's very uncommon. Like, it is not intended for any percent, at least, to have the wheel to beat the game on randomizer. So it just doesn't show up very often, glitches aside. And now we're going to be making our way.
So
Go ahead.
sorry, I'm just wondering out loud. In Timespinner, is the Timespinner the validation item?
I guess so. The run is only valid if you get the time spinner.
That's pretty funny. For anybody who doesn't know, in many randomizers, we have a validation item, which is a dead item that is a singleton in the pool that if you find it, your seed's valid. It doesn't do anything, but it's valid.
Yeah. I mean, in that case, I suppose it'd be one of the story items, like the alchemy tools or whatever the cooking thing is, like food processor or something like that. I'm gonna try something stupid here.
Trendy jacket.
Dang it.
Love it.
Come on.
I love the visual of her just running through a Castlevania castle,
Darn it.
carrying like a modern food processor.
Oh, I mean, so the game starts out in the future. They have technology. We saw computers and stuff. You know, we fought robots and etc.
Yeah, but this is Metroidvania night, so I assume that all of the games either take place in a Transylvanian castle or an alien.
Okay, you had me a little
that's
worried there
right.
because I thought you were going to just say, it's a Metroidvania night, so I expect all the games are medieval. And I was like, Pippi, I don't know. I know you haven't played a Metroid game, but I have some information for you.
I was not under the impression that Metroid was medieval.
It would be kind of cool, though, if they did that. I'm just saying, like, you know,
It'd be like
Go ahead.
Doom Eternal, except Metroid Eternal, and just go into the same like medieval age.
Zero Suit Samus is Samus without the medieval armor and steed.
Where she's just ye old Samus.
Yeah.
I'm putting an E at the end of her name when you say that, and I hate it. Anyway, so this is our third required boss. She throws grapefruit slices at us. She doesn't want us to get scurvy. We're gonna hit her with a sword, and also an orb, and a sword. Mostly a sword.
Sword.
What we really want her to
Exactly,
do, though.
because this is a medieval game.
Oh my god. What we really want her to do is zap my commentator. Stop throwing grapefruit slices and get in the corner and do this. Because then we can just hit her a bunch. When she starts throwing grapefruit slices twice, she's mad, and that means she's getting closer to being dead. Well, I mean, not dead, I guess. You'll see. She's fine. She'll be okay. Even though I hit her with a sword a lot. Are most people okay after hitting with a sword a lot?
I mean, if you have enough conviction to try to defeat scurvy, you'll be fine.
You're so right. And she's down.
Also, I'd like to think it. Oh,
We knocked her hat off.
oh, she wasn't okay.
No, she's
She
fine.
wasn't okay.
See? She's all
She's
good.
fine.
Yeah.
Oh.
Everything's
Okay.
fine.
All right, great. So we found no twin pyramid key. So we're going to run all the way back. Because that was
Hey!
our third required boss. And we're going to go back to the future. I made the joke. Are you happy?
Are you running at 88 miles per hour?
I wish that'd be a little bit faster than this. But no, we're just gonna drop back down and go exactly back the way we came. What level are we? We're 11. Perfect. We're fine. We're so good. So
I have a
go
question.
ahead. Go for it.
If
We have
we're in
plenty of
medieval
time.
times, if we're in medieval times, where did we get the DeLorean?
From the future, which is where we're going. Well, I guess we're going to the present.
okay.
It's the future to
okay.
these people, but it's the present to us. You follow, right? When is a
Wibbly
time travel?
wobbly, it's fine.
Yeah, when has a time travel story ever been hard to follow?
Yeah, we're going to the present, and we get the DeLorean as a gift, and that's why they call it the present. Got it.
You can't see it, but I'm kind of giving you a side eye at the moment. Like,
I'm just gonna imagine it on your PNG tuber.
Not full on bombastic, but just like questionable side eye.
you know what? Just for good measure, I'm gonna check down here. There are checks that we can get. Maybe we'll find a twin pyramid key. Fire or whatever. I don't need it. Don't care. Excuse me, good sir. Excuse me. Pardon me. Okay. Never have hope. We're learning so many lessons tonight. All of them useful.
As pointed out in chat, Back to the Future officially takes place 40 years in the past. Thank you, everybody. I'm old. I'm feeling old now. Just gonna...
I mean, if you'd
I
like to feel even
wasn't
older,
born.
this game came out 20 years ago. It didn't come out 20 years ago. I can't spread misinformation on the internet. Not tonight. Because they don't have it in this time period. There is no internet. But when we get back to the present, then I can spread it misinformation.
No, that's fair.
Oh, no. So in the present, we have the internet. In the past, they had a different version of webcam, which was actually just cans tied to strings, and you chuck them at people when you want to deliver a DM. With maybe a note in it, maybe not. Maybe it's just a blank DM and they're really confused. And then the string is for if you want to confuse them more and unsend a DM, just like delete it before it's read, you yank it back. It's very violent and wasn't very effective, which is why now we don't have webcams.
I'm just picturing, for some odd reason, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. It's like, bring out your dead!
This is very Monty Python as a bit, actually.
Of all the things I thought we would be talking about, that wasn't among them. But here we are. So,
Hey, you asked me to be here.
I did ask you to be here. It's possible to regret things. But speaking of regrets, so
It's true.
there were lasers there. They're gone now. Don't ask, don't worry about it. We're going to go up here. We're going to get hit by a bomb first. We're going to actually time stop and get on that one. And then we're going to jump over here. And you have no idea how happy I am to have the time stop ability, by the way, because I normally have to do that part without it. And I keep getting hit by bombs. And it's really annoying. And I don't like it. And I'm definitely a little bit traumatized by it.
I'm getting
How are y'all doing?
a few mixed signals here. Are you glad you have the time spinner?
Oh, unbelievably. Sort of. I mean, the trade-off was I had no warp ability, but you know, you win some, you lose some, I guess.
Pretty much, yeah.
And hey, we're done with this area already. Boy, wasn't that fun?
Eee.
All right, so this is a really long area where there's a laser that we need to get through. And, you know, we have to go shut off the power so that the laser shuts off and we're able to get past. It's that laser right there, by the way. So we need to go remove the power source and never mind. So we're going to jump through the ceiling instead because it's a little bit faster. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. So remember crouch stay glitch? That's what that was. The game thinks we're crouched, kinda. And our collision gets a little weird. We touch the ceiling, we double jump into it, and we go through it. If you think it's hard, no. I could teach my grandma to do that trick. It's very simple. Try it at home. In the game, please. Don't try it in real life. I cannot be held responsible for that.
Also, don't try it in the video game. Glitches are cheating, and Pumpkin would never cheat at a video game. Isn't that right, Pumpkin?
So true. So you remember my mom from the start of the game? This
no
is her.
cheating happened here.
It's actually not, but this boss is weak to both fire and slashing, and we have the fire ring on, and we're using the slashing orb. So I actually don't remember this boss's identity. I don't think they even say it in the game. Takes a lot of damage from this and should hopefully be a pretty quick fight. I mean, they kind of just throw things at us that we can get hit by. It's fine. It doesn't deal that much damage. Also, they can turn into goo. I don't really remember why. Something about experiments. We are in a lab.
That's fair.
But as a fun little fact, if we did this the intended way, this whole area would be like powered down. Well, this room wouldn't be, but everything else would have been. And something I find a little interesting is that this area here that we're in now, where we would have had to power down everything, doesn't actually change. Like, it's not pre-powered down. And I always found that kind of interesting that it is an actual state change for the entirety of the region, instead of it just being like, oh, well, they're never going to get here without powering things down, so we may as well just have it in that state by default, you know? Kind of a neat little touch. But we are now in the final area. Things are actually going to kind of hurt here. Not too bad. We should be able to deal with it just fine, but we're going to be coming up on the final boss pretty soon. Ow, we're just going to clip through you. So, let's see. I think one more quiz question for you. Ooh, neat.
Okay.
What is the ring I really wish I would have gotten? You actually pronounced it differently than me, as a fun fact.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, more names of things.
Uh-huh. I think you got this.
I did pronounce it funny too.
You did, that's right.
Oh no.
Just like you said webcan earlier. Only this was a little bit more legitimate.
Oh god. I remember you picking it up. I don't know.
You're doing great.
Yeah.
I'm doing excellent. Can I ask for a lifeline?
What is the lifeline you would like to use?
Can you give me a first letter?
Star.
Star.
I'm just kidding. Star of Lucky M. You get the point anyway for trying. So, this is the final
GG.
boss, by the way. His attacks are all pretty telegraphed. This is going to be his little shurikens. We're going to time stop, go through it. Going to hit him, and we're going to duck. We're going to duck into his feet. That's okay. He's going to do an aura serpent here. We just stand by the pillar. It's always in the same place. This is going to be him throwing orbs at us. We just jump behind him. He doesn't seem to plan for that.
He's just like,
He's going to swing a sword at us, but ours is better. He's going to throw his shurikens again. That's okay. I am going to take a quick little heal. Just in case, because sometimes that sword does go a little further back. He's going to do a bunch of fists. Again, we just jump over him. He's going to do a little aura blast. And we're doing a decent amount of damage, so I'd say be ready on time within the next minute or two, probably.
Ace?
Ow, that hurt. Like I said, has a weird hitbox. Let's take that first hit. It deals less damage than the sword. But congrats, you've now seen all of his attacks. That's all there is to them. He doesn't have a second phase or anything like that. And this boss is normally where the game would end for any percent. This is not the true final boss. If you want to see that, play the game. I'm not spoiling it. Play the game. It's a fun game.
It's a gorgeous game too.
It is. I really like the aesthetic of this game. By the way, and that's time. Spinner.
Love it.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip
Also,
through all this because it does play the ending cutscenes for the true ending and all that. The randomizer just, for some reason, really, really wants you to do the true ending. So even when you set it to any percent, it still plays all the true ending cutscenes. But yeah, that's Timespinner on randomizer on redacted percent. If you want to know the redacted, play the game. It's fun, I promise.
And even with having to run all the way back to teleport, you still did a 37.
Wow, that is a lot.
Heck yeah.
37:46.
Imagine,
final
actually
time.
probably would have been under 30 if I had the Twin Pyramid key.
Jeez.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I hope that you all with me here had fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, let everybody know where they can find you. What are you playing?
So
All that good stuff.
you can find me at Pumpkin Spice Latte. I had to add a latte to it because Pumpkin Spice is taken on Twitch with underscores between the words. I was going to say underscores between the names. I guess that still technically works. I run this. I run other Metroidvania randomizers. I run Sonic Adventure 2 Dark Story. That's my actual speedrun. And lately I've been replaying the Final Fantasy games and first playing 16. It's been a good time. Hang out if you want. What about you, Pippi?
I remembered that the ring, you pronounced it Lakiem and I pronounced it Lahayim, like the Hebrew word. That was
Give her
what
an
I
extra
wanted
point.
to say as my
Hey.
shout out. If you want to find me, I'm on the internet.
It's true.
Anyway.
Which they don't have in medieval times, as we learned.
Yes. Yeah, it's really hard out here being a streamer in medieval times. So if you would like to help me stop being pelted with cans, thank you. I don't know how you do that, but thank you for your efforts.
You're doing one of those puppet shows. That's how you stream.
And also, thank you as well, Asuka, for having us. And thank you, Pippi,
Of
for
course.
agreeing to be here to be my professional idiot. And let me
Thank you
metaphorically
for
throw
letting me
tomatoes at you.
use my idiot license. Oh, thank you. It's a good, healthy dinner.
Avoid scurvy.
Yeah, GG's.
Yes.
GG's, that was absolutely super cool, super amazing run, and super fast. Heck. Heck. But everyone, give GG's one more time to Pumpkin and Pippi for that fantastic run. Yeah, everyone finished really fast today. They took Express Lane to heart, and y'all get to, I would normally say get to go to bed early, but no, because both Express Lane and Hidden Heroes finished super early. So if you missed out on any of these, just stay tuned, because we're going to replay both shows after this, and then you can go to bed afterwards. But tune in tomorrow starting at 7 p.m. Eastern, and you can see the awesome Crosshair followed by Speedruns Through the Crypt. So with that, and just super ahead of schedule, I'm Asuka424, and I will see you next time in the Express Lane. Bye!